Okay, let's talk about you. For decades, you did all the right things, right? You maxed out your IRA, you poured money into your 401k, and you watched that balance climb from 5 figures to 6, and then boom, 7 figures. You built a nest egg to be proud of.
And you know what? Any financial expert on the planet would look at what you've done, your discipline, that consistency, and they'd all say the same thing. You did everything right. You played the game, and you won. And because of that success, you are now walking straight into a tax problem that just gets worse every single year. And look, this isn't because you messed up, no way. It's because the playbook that made you a winner was only for the first half of the game, the saving half. The second half, the part you're heading into now, well, that's a whole different sport with a completely different set of rules.
So here's the kicker. Those very accounts that you trusted, the ones designed to build your wealth, they have a ticking time bomb built right into them. It's a mechanism that can tax your retirement way harder than you ever imagined, and it's hiding in plain sight in pretty much every traditional IRA and 401k. It's got a name, a required minimum distribution, and let me tell you, it couldn't care less about your plans for retirement. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, starting at age 73, the IRS basically forces you to take money out of your accounts every single year. It doesn't matter if the market just tanked. It doesn't matter if you don't even need the cash. You have to take it. And that withdrawal, it's taxed as regular income. That, my friends, is the heart of what we call the distribution trap.
All right, let's shift gears here because it gets more complicated. The real danger isn't just that one tax bill. No, it's a chain reaction. That single forced withdrawal from your IRA, it sets off a domino effect, a cascade of other taxes and costs that honestly most people never even see coming until it's too late. And here's why the trap is so darn effective. It's because of a belief almost all of us have. You've probably thought this yourself, right? Hey, when I retire, I'll stop working, my income will go down, and my taxes will be lower. I mean, it sounds perfectly logical. The problem is, it's just not true. That logic completely misses how all these different retirement income sources start to stack on top of each other.
Okay, so this thing hits you from 3 different directions. It's a 3-way hit. First, that forced RMD withdrawal gets taxed, right? But it's often big enough to shove you into a tax bracket you thought you left behind in your peak earning years. Ouch! Second, as your total income goes up because of that RMD, guess what? All of a sudden, up to 85% of your Social Security benefits can become taxable. And third, your Medicare premiums can literally jump through the roof. Yep, there's this thing called IMIA, and it means your monthly premiums can skyrocket, all because your RMD nudged your income over some invisible line in the sand.
So you're probably wondering, what does this all mean in real dollars? What's the actual damage? Let's put some hard numbers on this, because when you see the cost of just doing nothing, that's when it all clicks. That's when you see why you absolutely need a strategy.
Okay, let's start with a number, $1.5 million. Now pause on that, $1.5 million. See, this is the amount of success that actually creates the problem. This whole conversation isn't for people who saved too little. It's for people like you who saved a lot, but maybe in accounts that create this massive tax exposure down the road. So let's imagine 2 retirees. They're identical in every way, both starting with that 1.5 mil. Now, retiree A, they just go with the flow, no strategy. Their first RMD is going to be around 60 grand. That 60 grand lands on top of their Social Security, shoves them into the 22, maybe 24% tax bracket, and bam, it triggers those nasty Medicare surcharges. Over just 10 years, the extra taxes and premiums from RMDs alone cost them over $150,000. Now let's look at retiree B. This person has a strategy. In the years before RMDs start, they convert some of that money to a Roth IRA, paying taxes when their bracket is lower, like 12 or 15%. So their traditional IRA balance is now smaller, which means their RMD is smaller. They completely avoid those higher tax brackets and the Medicare hit.
So what's the difference? $60,000. Just let that sink in. $60,000. That's the direct, measurable price tag of doing nothing. It's the cost of accepting the default setting. It's the penalty for your success without a plan for this new phase. That is money that was yours, and now it's gone. Okay, this is the most important part of our conversation. This is where we need to completely reframe the problem. Because honestly, this isn't really about the numbers anymore. It's about how you see the problem. It's about understanding what the real goal is.
See, for your whole life, you thought the goal was to get the biggest number possible in that retirement account. But the distribution trap, it's not about how much you saved.
It's about when you choose to be taxed. You see the difference? The real game isn't avoiding taxes forever. It's about controlling when you pay them and what rate you pay. Before your RMDs kick in, you're in the driver's seat. You have control. But once they start, the system is driving, and you're just along for the ride.
Here's another way to think about it. The trap isn't punishing you for failing. It's punishing you for your success, but for not adjusting your strategy. The rules of the game changed from accumulation to distribution, and you've got to change your playbook.
So, the big question is, how do you get back in the driver's seat? How do you take back that control? Well, it boils down to a pretty simple plan. Just 3 decisions. 3 clear, manageable things you can do right now, before the system starts making those decisions for you.
Okay, step 1. Calculate your RMD. Seriously, go online, find an IRS calculator, and project what that first forced withdrawal is going to look like. You'd be shocked how few people ever do this. Step 2. Map out your total income. Take that RMD number you just found, add it to your Social Security, maybe a pension, and see what tax bracket that actually puts you in. And step 3. Use your window of opportunity. Those years between when you retire and when you turn 73, that's your golden window. Your income is likely at its lowest point. That's the time to think about things like Roth conversions, paying some tax now at a lower rate to avoid a bigger tax bomb later.
So, we've looked at the trap, how it works, and how to get out of it. It all really just comes down to one final choice. And it's a choice that will pretty much define the financial reality of your retirement.
You know, the people who sidestep this trap, they aren't financial wizards. They're not necessarily smarter or luckier than anyone else. They just did one thing. They looked at the numbers ahead of time. They saw what was coming down the tracks before the system forced their hand.
And really, that's the question I want to leave you with. Is the tax structure of your retirement going to be something that you chose or one that was chosen for you? You did the hard work. You did everything right to build that wealth. The only question left is, will you take the steps to control how you keep it? Because trust me, when it comes to retirement taxes, if you don't make a choice, the choice is absolutely going to be made for you.